to it. So we've got to give a big shout out to another LawTube creator, content creator here on YouTube, and an actual attorney, Brother Counsel. If y'all haven't checked out Brother Counsel's YouTube channel, he actually recently did an interview yesterday with Alan Jackson. Absolutely great interview. I listened to most of it, and we're not going to react to the whole thing because I really want you guys to go over there and make sure you support Brother Counsel. So I will leave a link to this full interview in the description and in the comments for you guys to go check it out. There's a couple of things specifically in this I wanted to get into. First, of course, Alan Jackson's going to talk about Karen Reed. And then later on in this video, we're actually going to get into Alan Jackson responding to the letter that we read and the response from the Post Commission about Commissioner Michael Cox. So make sure y'all check this out. We're going to get into this interview. And again, big shout out to the dope creator here, Brother Counsel. Here we go.
How's she holding up?
She's great. She's great. She's great. She's doing very, very well. I've always said in every opportunity, in every forum that I've had an opportunity to talk about Karen from a personal standpoint, she's as strong a person as I think I've ever met. So she's doing very, very well. She knows that she's got another fight on her hands, but she's got her back up and she's ready to take it on. We've got all the facts and the evidence in our favor. So we're not backing down. She's not backing down.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like after 3 years of what you went through, 2 trials, that's enough. And now it seems like it's never ending. Now she's getting.
You would think so. Yeah, you would think so. But the powers that be in Massachusetts have decided otherwise, and they wanted to pick a fight. So we're ready.
It's sad.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, so number one, I mean, they're posturing. Again, we don't have to get into this so much, but again, they're posturing to go looking through her phone to perhaps bring her back to a grand jury to try to stick some witness intimidation charges on her. That's one thing she's got to worry about. Another thing is she's got this civil case that she's defending, the wrongful death and all that nonsense. And then I just saw recently that there's this opposition, this non-party Jennifer McCabe, Matthew McCabe, Nicole Albert, all those guys, all the gang, their opposition, and then them hinting that they're going to file a defamation lawsuit against Karen and a certain blogger. So, I mean, it's just doesn't end like, when are they going to leave her alone?
Man, hey, they need to start putting some respect on TB's name, man. Come on now. Give this guy his shout out. He's been putting in a lot of work and did a lot of work when it came to Karen Reed. And I think it's arguable that a lot of us, maybe even myself, wouldn't have found out what was going on with Karen Reed without Turtle Boy's involvement. So, hey, shout out to Turtle Boy, man. Shout out to TB.
Right. Exactly. That's what we keep asking. But until they do, we're right here fighting right with her. So it is interesting. The turn of events that occurred on at the last hearing, the Zoom hearing that we had, talking about that exact thing. Are the cases going to be consolidated? Because she's getting up on the balls of her feet. She's actually suing individuals. She's not just going to sit there and be on the defensive. She's going to be on the offensive. She is now on the offensive. There are other parties that are going to end up being brought into the case. It's her case as well. The original thought was it makes sense because all the same parties, all the same evidence, all the same arguments are going to be propounded in either one of the cases. In both of the cases, they should be combined. It made sense to combine them.
I agree.
The civil lawyers, Damon Seligson, when he made his first introduction about this issue to the judge, he said as much. And said, our intention with the court's permission is we think that we should combine these things because otherwise we're going to take 2 depositions for every single person. I think a light just went out. 2 depositions for every single person that is on the witness list and interrogatories, and all the discovery is going to be duplicated. So it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and actually with that, we're going to get into this in another video, but we did have a response to what Karen Reed filed, or Karen Reed filing the lawsuit against all of these folks. And we're going to get into it shortly. It's basically Jennifer McCabe and the gang saying, hey, we don't want to be involved in this. I don't know why y'all are trying to bring us into it, but handle that. And we'll do these lawsuits separately. That's what they're trying to do now.
I think we're going to have to go without the light. That said, it didn't make sense for us to do this separately. So we made the pitch. The next thing you know, they oppose it in the opposition that you're talking about. So we said, okay, fine. Then we'll just sue individually. We'll sue in a different county and put on an active lawsuit that is to our liking. She becomes the plaintiff, and these individuals that have been named become the defendants. Well, the next thing you know, we go back into court, and the argument that is then propounded by opposing counsel is, well, wait a minute, why aren't we putting these things together? Which is exactly where we started from. So I felt like I was a little bit in Alice in Wonderland, but we'll get to the bottom of it. These are procedural niceties that are not going to inhibit our ability to move forward with our lawsuit, which is exactly what we want and what we need.
Yeah, and what's interesting, Alan, also is that I saw this non-party opposition to Karen Reed's motion. I checked the docket. I did not see your motion filed in the docket, which I understand Massachusetts does things differently, Mr. Jackson.
Very, very, exactly. As Judge Canoni let me know all the time, Massachusetts does things very differently. Yeah, there's an odd procedural aspect to civil filings, which is you file a motion. Sorry, my mistake. That this is old school. That's what we do in California. You file a motion,
and every other jurisdiction in the country.
Exactly. But in Massachusetts, you serve a motion, you get service back from an opposition, and once you have that package together, you file both of those at the same time. It's just an odd procedural nicety in Massachusetts, and we followed that procedure. So that's why you don't see our motion on the docket, because once we served our motion and we received their very, very assertive opposition, then we said, okay, fine. If that's the position you're going to take, and you feel like it's not convenient or not consistent with efficiency to do these things together, we'll just file on our own. Next thing you know.
Now, if you guys do want to support Karen Reed, shout out to the Young Jerks for this. She actually has started a fund, a defense fund. And shout out to the Young Jerks for posting this. They say Karen Reed does indeed need financial support for her civil suit attorney costs. She's lost everything: her home, her career, and her 401k retirement savings. She lives with her parents. If you would like to continue to support her, consider a Venmo donation over the holidays. Karen Reed -1 on Venmo. So this is the Venmo here. And then she's also got a pay to it on paytoit.com. The Karen Reed civil case. We've got the fundraiser here. It looks like her goal is $500,000. Lord. And you can donate there as well. So I'll have all this information for y'all in the description of this video. If you want to go and support Karen Reed, listen, the only reason she's in this situation is because she was drinking with her boyfriend and driving, and some people tried to pin the unfortunate demise of John Keith on her. So again, she's still, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate she has to be involved in this. So if you want to support, go support Karen Reed. I ain't mad.
As I said, we go back to court, and the O'Keefe parties, who are not the ones necessarily to oppose in that motion, but they were opposing it orally, said they changed 180 degrees and said, well, wait a minute, I think we need to consolidate these things, at least through the discovery process.
For discovery purposes.
Right.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then, but what does it tell me? The fact that I didn't see your motion leaked, apparently, but we do see this opposition.
Well, it does tell you something. We didn't leak any motion, so it came from somewhere. I don't know where you got yours, but you didn't get it from us.
It's all around online, and maybe you think that
funny how that happens.
That little jab of they're getting ready to file a defamation lawsuit against Karen.
Yeah. Well, threats are just that. They're just threats. So we'll see.
Well, look, I mean, Alan, when I heard about it, potential, and this was reported in the news, by the way, before I even saw this, it was reported in some news article that they're getting ready to file this defamation lawsuit before I even saw this filing. Now that I saw the filing, I can confirm it. If this is accurate, of course, but I'm assuming it is that I just had one response. I've got 2 words.
I'll bet I know what they are. Yeah, do it. Knock yourself out.
I like nothing you can be.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Okay. So let me ask you this. I mean, I know a little bit of civil work myself. I do a lot of civil work. So if I was the plaintiff in this action, I would be getting ready or trying to work out taking Karen's deposition. So is that what's going on? Is her deposition being scheduled? Has it been scheduled? What about some of the other people that you may have interest in deposing? Maybe you specifically have an interest in deposing. Have any depositions been scheduled yet?
Can y'all imagine Alan Jackson in the deposition with Jennifer McCabe? Or Brian Higgins or any of these other folks? Because think about this for a second. Just because they may not be lumped into this entire civil lawsuit that the O'Keefes are filing against Karen Reed and the other 2 CF McCarthy's and the Waterfall, that does not mean they won't be called as witnesses. And Alan Jackson said, yes, we're going to hold these people accountable. Higgins, Tully, Yuri, Proctor, Jennifer McCabe, Brian, all of them. Can y'all imagine this man in the deposition with them after all this? Woo-wee.
So I'm not going to talk about, I don't want to get out over my skis. So I'm going to leave the civil procedure aspect of the case is being handled by she and Finney back in Boston. They're phenomenal lawyers. We've got an incredible team. Karen has an amazing team that's sort of running the procedural show, running the civil show back in Boston. And I don't want to get out over my skis and get ahead of them in terms of what they are or are not doing. I can assure you from my perspective, are there depositions that I would like to be involved in? Yeah, you can imagine. You can imagine I would. Yeah, I'm a long way from being done. I haven't exhausted all the questions that I have. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, shout out to Alan Jackson doing the great work. Then again, if y'all want to support Karen Reed, the Young Jerks posted this, so make sure you double check before you donate any money. But I'll actually minimize this. But if you want to support Karen Reed, they're saying that you can support her using Karen-Reed-1 on Venmo. Double check that and make sure that is verified. But also, if you want something a little bit more official, you can go to payit2.com/fundraiser/117290. And I'll leave a link in the description for y'all if you want to go support Karen Reed. Interesting stuff here. Alan Jackson, this man has been holding back and seems like he's ready to fight and take this on full steam. So we're going to be looking forward to hearing it. Now, y'all know we're going to cover it here as well. Let me know what you think in the comments and in the chat.